And that was my question. Would you come to New York, given what the mayor has said about arresting you?
Yes, of course I will.
And you will test that? I mean, what is the thought about how that would work?
Well, why don't you wait and see? Yes, I'll come to New York. Okay.
Would you want to talk to him, by the way?
Well, you know, if he changes his mind and says that we have the right to exist, that'll be a good opening for a conversation.
Let me ask you a separate question then. President Trump recently hosted MBS at the White House, who said he wants to be part of the Abraham Accords, but that there needs to be a path to a two-state solution. How do you square that with your view, I believe, where you have said there will not be a Palestinian state?
Well, there was a Palestinian state. It's called Gaza. That's exactly what it was. It was a de facto state, and we didn't get peace. What we got was the most horrific massacre of Jews since the Holocaust. And if you ask Israelis now, and it just covers an enormous spectrum, I mean, from left to right, we had a vote in the Knesset. We have 120 Knesset members. 99 to 11, 10 abstained. 99 to 11 opposed being forced on a Palestinian state. I mean, that tells you something. And so people say, look, there has to be a solution with the Palestinians, but it's not one in which they don't recognize the Jewish state. They commit themselves over and over again to do this massacre again. They indoctrinate their children with textbooks that are calling for children to become suicide bombers, and they pay for slaying. I mean, the more Jews you kill, the more you're paid. I mean, this whole thing is not where it's going to go. We'll have to find a path for peace, and I think it begins in Gaza by removing Hamas and offering it a different future. But you ask, how do we square that away? Well, you know, people didn't believe that we'd get peace with 4 Arab states in the Abraham Accords. And I worked on that in secret with President Trump's team. I had 3 guys in my office who knew about it. And there were public statements that were made, and everybody said it's not going to happen. But it did. I think there's a very strong interest to advance that peace. It's got to be peace based on security. Israel will not sacrifice its security. But I think that we can do great things. I think we can break out for peace accords not only with one country, I think with many countries, including Islamic countries outside the region. And that's what I hope to achieve once I can free myself of this absurdity.